our verb review. So let me share the screen. I did send you the file. Hopefully you got that file. It's called, the file was called 520 warm-up because today is the 20th of May. The 20th of May. Here we go.
May 20th.
All right. Can't believe May is almost over. The 20th already.
Yes.
Yeah, it goes quickly, huh?
Yeah, it was quickly.
All right. Oops, there's another person coming in. A lot of people, a lot of students today. I like it. Yesterday morning, I was very sad because I only had 4 students. That made me sad, but now I'm happy because my level 3 students are dedicated. I like that. Thank you for coming. I know it's not easy to get on that computer every morning, but you will be happy when your English is not disappeared. All right. Let's see what we have here. We have the word enjoy. I really enjoyed last weekend. Now the verb here is roller skate. So remember, what do we use with enjoy? Gerund or infinitive?
Gerund.
Gerund. Remember, it's one emotion, right? Those emotions, gerunds are good. So roller skating. Oops, if I can spell it. I really enjoyed roller skating last weekend. All right. Now the next one has the word ever. That's one of our present perfect keywords, right?
Yes.
So what can we say?
Has
Has
ever
Yolanda
Has Yolanda
done.
ever done?
Has Yolanda ever done her homework at the library? Very good. Now this next one, look at this. Ooh, no subject. We want the action to be the subject. So what can we do?
Coming to school every day
Right.
is very important.
Most popular, gerund, but possible infinitive. Right? Both are good. But like I said, most popular, gerund. Coming to school every day is very important. Now the next one is a plural, and it's about at present. At present, is that going to be present continuous, present perfect, or simple present? What do you think?
Simple present.
Simple?
Present continuo.
I think continuous, right? Because it's talking about an action in progress, right?
Present.
So are digging, right?
Worker.
Digging.
Are the workers digging a hole in the street?
A hole in the street.
Are digging. Now the next one, we talked about this one in our last lesson. We have the word hate. Remember, hate uses in gerund or infinitive?
Gerund.
Both, right?
Both.
Hates to arrive and hates arriving. Both okay. Remember, like, love, hate, begin, start, continue, prefer, can't stand, can't bear. They all use both. The bird is squawking today. All right. Let's see the next one. Next week. What's going to happen next week?
John is going to send
Or
his
is going
resume.
to
Will send.
Will send or is going to
Is
send?
going.
Will send is going to send. Very good. The next one is about after class tomorrow.
Are you going?
Are
Are you
you
inviting?
going to invite? Are you inviting? We can use will invite too. Oops, are you going to invite or will you invite? Now the next one, I have it in yellow. Again, yellow is a big indicator of our present perfect verb, right?
Yes.
So what are we going to say here?
We haven't seen.
We haven't seen, right? We haven't seen Francisco in class for several weeks. Haven't seen. This is one from chapter 3. Remember when we have OO? I'm too tired, too hungry, too busy. What are we going to have? Infinitive. Very good. Very good. That's one that's going to be on the test, right? Infinitive with to. Infinitive with to. That will be on your final test for level 3. Now the next one says, here's another one that's going to be on your final test for level 3. I called my brother. ¿Por qué? To borrow his ladder. Very, very good. Very good. I called my brother to borrow his ladder, right? When I tell why I am doing something, right? Why did you call your brother? To borrow the ladder, right? Why are you taking English class? To improve my English. Why did you go to bed early? To get a good night's sleep, right? Why did you do it? We use infinitive. And remember, with this infinitive, we can say also, remember, in order to. That's the expression in English, right? In order to. You don't have to say in order, but you can. Usually we don't say it. We just say to. I called my brother to borrow his ladder. All right. Now the next one is a negative about right now. A negative about.
Isn't.
Isn't. Very good. Very good.
Listening.
Isn't listening. Very good. Fantastic. You guys are doing great today. Isn't listening. My awesome students. Let's see. The next one says, the students in groups of 4 many times before. So I'm talking about their experience, the students' experience in the class, right? So should I say work, are working, have worked? What do you like?
Worked.
Have work.
Have worked. Right.
Have work.
Right. Indefinite past tense, right? Indefinite past tense. Right? They have worked in groups of 4 many times before. Now the next question is not how long, it's how often. Remember that question from level 2?
Yeah.
How often question? So should we say is or does?
Does.
Does, right. How often does your teacher make you do homework? How often does your teacher make you do homework? Does your teacher make? Excellent. Now the next one says, I don't recommend. Spending, right. Recommend plus gerund.
Yes.
I don't recommend spending a lot of money on clothes and makeup. Right? I don't recommend spending that much money on it. Right? Recommend, suggest, advise, all use gerund, right? Consider, think about, discuss, gerund. How long? How long?
How long
Right.
Has your grandfather been retired?
Has your grandfather been retired? How long has your grandfather been retired? Present perfect. No problem? All right, the next one says, until next spring. And next spring is future, right? Won't take. Won't take or isn't. Won't take is good. Or I heard somebody say isn't taking. That's good too. Or you could even say isn't going to take. All of those are fine. It's a plan for the future, right? When we have plans, we can use won't or present continuous or going to. They're all good. Now the next one has the word avoid. Remember all those words we talked about on Monday? Avoid, stop, finish, quit, cancel, postpone. What do we use? Gerund or infinitive?
Gerund.
Gerund. Perfecto. So he avoids drinking. Mr. Frederick avoids drinking soda. He thinks it's not healthy. He avoids drinking the soda. Right? Avoid, stop, finish, cancel, postpone, delay, gerund. Next one, mañana, tomorrow. What can we
Are
say?
you?
Will
Are
you?
you
Are you?
Are your friends?
helping us to?
We could say
helping
helping, or we could say going to help,
Oh.
or we could say will, right? Are your friends helping us tomorrow? Are your friends going to help us tomorrow? Now the next one we have dislike. Dislike, and then number 20 we have need. Dislike is emotion, right?
Yeah.
What do we use with emotion?
Gerund.
Gerunds.
Gerund. Very good. You guys are doing great. So we're going to use a gerund there.
Being.
Being. Remember the gerund of be is being. So my brother is a mechanic, but he dislikes being a mechanic. Gerund for the be verb is being. Now, on the other hand, need is about a potential action in the future. So
Infinitive.
should we use gerund or infinitive?
Infinitive.
That's right. We had that
Infinitive.
we had that one in level 2, didn't we?
To interview.
Right? Mr. Jones needs to interview an applicant for the job tomorrow. Needs to interview. Now the next one has that word since. Since is going to be
Present
present perfect. You got it.
Hasn't.
Hasn't.
Drunk.
Drunk.
Exactly. Hasn't drunk any beer since he was a teenager. Hasn't drunk. Now the next one is about tomorrow, future. So what can we say? If I have questions,
I'm going to call.
I will call you, or
To
I'm going to
call
call.
you.
I'll call you. If I have any question, I will call you. I will call on the call.
I'm going to call you tomorrow. I will call you tomorrow. Good. Now the next one, we got an irregular verb, don't we? What's the past tense for wake?
Walk.
Waking,
Woke. Right.
walk,
Like break and broke, wake and woke. All right. Now the next one, we have a be verb, and it's for this year. So that must be present. So should we say am, is, or are?
is your.
Is. Right. What grade is your daughter? Is your daughter in this year? Is. Simple present be verb. All right. And the next one has the verb sleep and the word never.
I have never.
Present perfect.
Present perfect. I have never slept. Excellent. I have never slept in a waterbed. Are they comfortable? Right? Talking about your experience in your life. All right. Preguntas, problemas. Everybody happy?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
Happy with your hair.
we try, little by little, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna put gerunds and infinitives aside for today. We've been practicing those a lot, right? And we still need to keep practicing, and we're gonna see them again in the next chapter. But we have one more lesson in the book today that is about present perfect. And we have seen present perfect several times already in the book. So what I want to do first today is go back and look at all of the different times we've seen present perfect and practice those a little bit. And then we'll look at this new one today. Okay? Sounds good? Now,
Yes.
now remind me, how do I make present perfect? What are the two parts of present perfect? The first part is
Verb.
Present.
yeah. What do I have? What's my auxiliary verb for present perfect?
Has.
Has or
Has.
have.
Have.
Has or have. Very good. Good answer. Great answer. Have or has. And then the second part of the verb is going to be what?
Past
Past
participle.
Called the
participle.
past participle, right? That's new for level 3. In level 1 and level 2, we didn't have past participle. But in level 3, that's the new idea, right? Sometimes the past participle is the same, right? For example, regular verbs, right? So painted, the past participle, painted, right? Sold, the past participle, sold, right? So sometimes it's the same and no problem. But sometimes we have those changes where we have those en endings, like eaten, spoken, broken, right? Many, many past participles have that en as the ending, taken, right? So I want today to look back at what we were doing earlier in the book, just review it so we remember, and then we're going to look at the last lesson of present perfect. I think this is the last one that's in the book about present perfect. I don't think we see present perfect again in the book. Maybe we do, but I don't think we do. All right, so let me share the book with you. And if you have your textbook, you can go ahead and get it out. We're looking at the green textbook today, if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's start by looking at, let's see, ¿dónde está? Where am I? If you could open your book to page 20.
20, 20?
20, yes.
20, okay.
Oh,
Okay. Remember, this is the first time we saw present perfect. It was in chapter 2, lesson B, or unit 2, lesson B. And we had 3 key words in this first lesson. How long, for, and since. And why are we using present perfect? In this case, we're using present perfect to combine the present and the past. So for example, you say, I was a teacher many years ago. I am a teacher now. So if I put those together, I say I have been a teacher for many years, right? So here's an example. How long has Alex lived here? He has lived here for 2 years. How long have you known Alex?
Okay.
I have known him since January, right? In the question, how long? And in the answer, for and since. How long, for, and since. Everybody agree?
Yes.
So that was our first lesson, and I want to practice that a little bit. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to ask every student a question about your life. I want you to answer the question in simple present. And then I'm going to ask you a how long question, and we're all going to work together on that one. And I'm going to ask you a how long question. Let me show you what I mean. If I say, for example, what kind of television do you have? You say, I have a Sony television. Okay, and then everybody's going to ask the question, how long have you had that TV? Okay,
Okay.
everybody got the idea?
Yes.
And then the person is going to answer. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the first question, the first answer will be simple present. Nothing fancy. Simple present. Back to level 1. But the second question and the second answer are going to be present perfect because we're practicing how long. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where should we begin here? Why don't we begin with Irene? How about Irene? Hello, Irene.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
fine, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. Irene, do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in a house.
Okay, all right. So everybody, we're gonna ask her a how long question. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody, 1, 2, 3.
How
How long have you lived in your house?
in your
In your
house.
in
house.
your house?
How long have you lived in your house, Irene?
I have lived in my house 2 years.
For 2 years, okay.
Uy,
She has lived in her house for 2 years, right?
For 2 years.
She
yes.
has lived in her
Live
house.
in
He
her
has
house.
lived
In
for
house
2
your
years.
house for 2
2
years.
years.
Mhm. All right, Sarah, let me ask you a question.
Yes,
Are you married or single at this time?
I am single.
Single. All right. Let's ask her how long.
How
How long
long
have you been single?
single?
Single.
How
I've
long
been
have you been?
I've been single since 2009.
Okay, since 2009. Okay, or for 11 years. Very good. Very good. All right, Patricia, let me ask you a question. Are you there, Patricia?
Yes.
Patricia, okay. All right. Patricia, how do you get around the city? Do you drive? Do you take the bus? Do you walk? How do you get around the city?
I get around the city by driving.
By car. Okay. All right. So let's ask her how long. So she says she gets around the city by car. So what can we say? How long have you gotten around the city by car?
Around the city by car.
Right. So Patricia, how long have you gotten around the city by car?
About 15 years.
15 years. Fantastic. All right. You are an experienced driver. All right. Maria Dueñas, are you there?
Yes.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
everybody. Today is my first day in
Well,
that class, so I am.
we are very happy to see you.
Hello. Me too, guys.
Well, welcome,
Hello.
welcome. Everybody is welcome. Doesn't matter when you come. We can always learn something, right?
Yes.
Maria, let me ask you a question. What kind of music do you like?
I like romantic music.
Romantic music. Okay. Let's ask her how long, students.
How
How
long
long
have
have
you
you
listened
liked
like
or liked romantic music?
romantic
Yeah,
music?
yeah. How long have you liked romantic music, or how long have you listened to romantic music?
I have listened for 5 years.
For five years only, huh? Started 5 years ago. Okay. All right. Elvira,
Yes.
are you ready for a question?
Yes.
Let's see. What time do you usually get up in the morning?
I usually get up 6 o'clock in
Six
the
o'clock
morning.
in the morning. Okay. She usually gets up at 6, students. So let's ask her a how long question. How long have you gotten up at 6 o'clock?
At 6 o'clock.
How long have you gotten up at 6?
I have get up 6 o'clock for 5 years.
For 5 years. All right. 5 years, popular answer here. Okay, good. All right. She has gotten up at 6 o'clock for 5 years. All right. Let me ask Berta a question now. Berta, are you ready?
Yes.
Do you go to a school or do you take online classes?
I have online
Online
classes.
classes. You take online classes. Okay. So let's ask her how long.
How
How
long
long
have
have
you
you taken
taken
online classes?
classes?
I have for 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Only 3
More
weeks.
than that.
More than that, I think so.
More than that.
I've been working for more than 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe 2 months, huh?
Okay, 2
2
months.
months. 2 months. I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah.
2 months.
Okay. All right. So she has taken online classes for 2 months.
For 2
Right.
months.
We used to take classes in the school, right? We used to.
Yes, yes, I used to
But
take
now
classes in the
we
school
take classes on the computer.
and the computer.
All right. Okay. And
Yes.
we have taken online classes for about 2 months. All right, Christina, how about you? Are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Let's see. What do you usually eat for lunch?
I usually eat for lunch chicken.
Chicken. All right. All right. So students, let's ask her how long.
How
long
long have
Have
you
you
eaten
eaten
chicken
Chicken for lunch.
for lunch?
for lunch?
How long have you eaten chicken for lunch?
I ate chicken for 4 years.
For 4 years. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Very good. So you have eaten chicken for 4 years. Fantastic.
Yes.
All right. Jessica. Are you ready, Jessica? Let's see.
Yes.
What kind of cell phone do you have?
I have a smartphone,
Like an iPhone or a Android phone?
Android.
You have an Android phone. Okay. All right. So let's ask her how long.
How long
How
have
long
you
have you had
have
your Android phone?
Smartphone.
How long have you had your smartphone?
I have it for 6 months.
For 6 months. Now remember, with have you have, it sounds a little funny, but it sounds like you're repeating. I have
Have
had
had.
it for 6 months,
I
right?
have had.
I have had it for 6 months. Have had. All right, very good. Let's see. Maria Gasca,
Yes.
what sports are you interested in? What sports are you interested in?
I interested for running.
Running. Okay, you're interested in running. Okay, so let's ask her how long. Remember, the question is, she said she is interested in running. So what are we going to say? How long have you?
Interested.
Don't forget your verb. How long have
Interested.
Have you
How
been
long?
interested, right? How long have you been interested, right?
have you been there?
Got to have that been because she says I am. Whenever somebody says I am, we have to say how long have you been? All right. How long have you been? So let's ask Maria. Okay, Maria. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. How long have you been interested in running?
Riding.
How long have you been interested in running, Maria?
I have been running since 1992.
Wow.
Ooh,
30,
long
almost 30 years. Fantastic.
Yes, all
Fantastic.
my life.
All your life almost. Wow. Okay, very good. Maybe not the first 2 years, huh?
No.
I just started.
I'm still on the walking stage right now.
Yeah, when I do it, no, I don't feel comfortable.
When you run?
When I don't do it.
When you don't run,
Yes.
you feel like I need to get out there, huh?
Yes.
Where do you run?
Now, no, I get outside. Only stay home.
Okay, so no running for a while, huh?
No, but I need it.
You need to, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I feel the same way. I need to get out and exercise. Maybe I should put up a basketball hoop in my backyard. Shoot some baskets or something. I need exercise. I need exercise. Let me see. Who didn't I ask yet? Let's see. Blanca, did I ask you?
No.
No. Okay, Blanca. Let me ask you a question. Let's see. Are you retired or are you working now?
I am retired.
You are retired. Okay.
Yes.
So let's ask Blanca about her retirement. What can we say?
How long
How long have you
been
been retired?
retired?
How long have you been retired?
I had been I have been retired for 3 months.
For 3 months, unfortunately.
Yes, for the quarantine.
Yeah, unfortunately,
She retired
forced
for,
retirement. Yeah,
yes.
Yes.
for sure. All right. All right. Let's see. Maria Garcilaso, did I ask you yet?
No.
Not yet. Okay, let me ask you one more question. Maria Garcilaso, let's see. What channel news do you watch? What channel news do you watch?
I seen channel 34.
Channel
Spanish.
34. Okay,
Yeah.
watch the news on channel 34. Okay. All right, so let's ask her how long, everybody. How long have you watched the channel 34 news?
34.
How long have you watched the channel 34 news?
I have watched channel 34 for 10 years ago.
For 10 years. Okay, very good. So she has watched the channel 34 news for 10 years. So that was the first introduction to present perfect. Those were the first 3 words, right? How long, for, and since. How long for the question, for and since for the answer. Everybody agree?
Yes.
So that was our first present perfect lesson. Let me show you the next one. And we're gonna go back to the book here again and look one more. We've had 3 times present perfect in this book so far. Let me see. Here we go. The next present perfect is on page 22.
Okay.
If you look at page 22, there it is.
Yes.
Right? And what are we using here? We're using ever in a question about your experience, right? I'm asking about something that happened in the past, but I don't care when, right? I'm asking about your whole life. Have you ever, right? I'm not asking about tomorrow or last week or last month or last Tuesday, right? That's simple past if I want to ask about a particular time. A particular time, yesterday, last month, last year, simple past, did you, right? But when I don't care about the time, I just want to know yes or no. Yes or no. I ask, have you ever? So for example, if I want to be a mechanic and I go to the garage and I say, hey, I'm looking for a job as a mechanic, right? What is the boss going to ask me? He's going to say, have you ever fixed cars before? Right? We're using the words ever, never, and before. Ever, never, and before. Right? So this was also in chapter 2. This was also in chapter 2. Okay, so
Can I a question for this?
yes, please.
When I use to ever is for past only?
Not
combined to past and present?
Yeah, not well. It's a good question. I'm gonna have to go to the board for a second, but it's a good question. So I think I need to explain that. So let me go to the board for a second. And we're talking about the word ever. And with the same thing is true with the word never. Ever and never. Right? If you're talking about your history, we're going to use present perfect. For example, have you ever seen a Rainbow, right? Have you ever seen a rainbow? Or I've never gone to the zoo. Right? We're using ever or never to talk about your whole life. Your whole life. Ever, never, talking about your whole life. Now, on the other hand, if you want to talk about somebody's habits, we can use simple present. Do you ever eat lunch in the school cafeteria? Right? I'm not talking about your whole life. I'm talking about typically, usually. Right? Do you ever eat lunch in the cafeteria? Not really. I don't like the food. Right? I'm not talking about your whole history. I'm talking about your habit. Right? And then the same thing true with never. For example, I never take the bus because I have a car. Right? This is not in my life. This is just at this time, right? My current habits. My current habits. Let me give you 2 examples. See the difference between those 2?
Yes.
Carlos used to drink a lot, but he quit. Now he never drinks alcohol. No, thank you. I pass, right? I'm not talking about his whole life. I'm talking about at this time. So simple present. On the other hand, Freddie is only 12 years old. He has never drunk alcohol. Right? He's too young. So in his life, he has never had a beer. He has never had wine in his whole life. See the difference there?
Yes.
So ever can sometimes be simple present, but usually present perfect. The question is, are you talking about my history, my whole life, or are you talking about my habits right now? So history, present perfect. Habits, simple present. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good. All right, so let me stop that share for a second and let's practice using ever. All right, let's practice asking each other some have you ever questions. All right, let's see. I'm gonna start by asking Jessica, and then we're gonna go around in a circle. Okay, Jessica, are you ready?
Yes.
Have you ever swum in the ocean? Have you ever swum in the ocean?
No, I never swam in the ocean.
I have never swum in the ocean. Good. All right, good. So class, what did she say? What did she say? She has never swum
Swam
in
in
the
the
ocean.
ocean.
Very good. All right. Jessica, ask Christina a question. Have you ever? Yeah. Jessica, ask to Christina.
Okay. Have you ever eaten seafood?
Have you ever eaten seafood, Christina?
Yes, I have
Eaten?
eaten seafood.
Okay. So class, what did she say? She
She
has
has
eaten
have eaten
seafood
Seafood.
before.
food
She has eaten seafood before.
before.
Very good, very good. Christina, ask a have you ever for Patricia?
Patricia, have you ever run in a marathon?
Have you ever run in a marathon? That's a good question.
I haven't run in the marathon.
Okay, good. So what did Patricia say?
she
She
never
has never
she
run
have never
in a marathon.
run in a marathon.
In the marathon.
She has never run in a marathon. Very good. All right. Patricia, please ask Irene.
Okay. Have you ever gone to the theater movie? To the theater?
Have you ever gone to the theater? Oh, Patricia, your microphone is off. Let's turn it back on there.
Have you gone to the theater?
All right. I don't know. Patricia's
It's
microphone.
too much
There we go, Irene. Okay, there we go. All right. Have you ever gone to the theater, Irene?
Can you please repeat again?
Have you ever gone to the theater?
I don't know. I don't understand, teacher.
The movie theater. Teatro.
Sí.
Oh, no, I haven't.
You've never in your life gone to the movie theater?
Yes.
I think you have. Yeah, I think you have, right? Everybody's gone to the movies at least one time, right? All right. Remember this, when I say have you ever, I'm asking about your whole life. Okay. So students, what did Irene say? She said she has been to the movie theater
in the movie theaters.
before. She has been to the movie theater before. All right, Irene, ask Sira.
Okay. Have you ever driven a car?
Driven a car. Have you ever driven a car?
Yes, I have been driving a car since 1992.
Okay, very good. So class, what did she say? She
has
driven a car before. She has driven a car before, since for a long time, right? All right, Sarah, please ask Berta.
Berta, have you ever touched a snake?
Have you ever touched a snake? Oh my.
No, I never touched the snake.
Not even a little one?
No.
No snakes for you.
Oh no, it's danger for me. I'm scared.
In my hometown, there used to be these little black snakes that would be in the garden. And when we were little boys, we would go and grab the snake. I got a snake.
No.
But
I never.
In California, I don't see many snakes. I see lizards. I see a lot of lizards, right?
Yes.
You see lizards in the garden. And what else? Mice in the house. All right. So what did Berta say? She said she has never touched a snake. She has never touched a snake. All right. All right. Berta, please ask Maria Gasca.
Maria Gasca,
Yes,
have you ever gone to hiking?
Have you ever gone hiking, Maria?
I have ever hiking at the Griffith Park.
Okay. Although when you have affirmative, usually we don't say ever. We just say I have gone hiking before.
Oh, I have
I've gone hiking before. Perfect. All right. So what did she say, students? She has gone hiking
to Griffith Park
before.
Griffith Park.
All right, good. Let's see. Maria, please ask Blanca.
Blanca,
yes.
have you ever talked to your teacher?
I hope so.
I have taught my teacher
Before.
Before.
Yeah, we usually put before at the end.
Yes.
Right? I have talked to my teacher before. All right, so students, what did she say? She has talked to her teacher before. Excellent. All right. And let's see. Maria Garcilaso. Blanca, please ask Maria Garcilaso.
Okay. Maria, have you ever forgot your children?
Forgotten your children. Oh my goodness. Have you ever forgotten your children?
I have never forgotten my children before.
That's good. I did one time. I'll tell you, I was very embarrassed. I was driving, and the baby was in the back seat, and the baby fell asleep, so it was very quiet. And then I came home, and I went inside, and I was doing this and that and the other thing, and after about 10 minutes, I said, "Oh,
My baby.
the baby is still in the car." Don't tell my wife the story. Okay. I forgot the baby in the car for about 10 minutes. Oopsie.
Your wife killed you.
Yeah. I'm still alive, so I don't tell the story. Yeah, that was embarrassing. All right. Maria Garcilaso, please ask Elvira one question.
Okay. Elvira, have you ever gone to Las Vegas?
Have you ever gone to Las Vegas? Good question.
I have ever last week to Las Vegas.
Well, now the question is not last week. The question is ever, right? So have you ever gone to Las Vegas in your life? Right? We're talking about your whole life here in the United States.
Yes.
So yes, I have. Yes? Yeah. Remember, when I ask have you ever, I'm not interested.
Yes, I have.
I'm not interested in when. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in, do you have this experience or not? Have you ever seen the Grand Canyon? Have you ever walked across the Golden Gate Bridge? Have you ever driven across the United States? Have you ever taken the subway to the ocean? Etc., etc., etc. All right? Got the idea? So remember, when I say have you ever, I'm not interested in last week, last month, last year. I'm interested in your whole life experience. Your whole life experience. So students, what did Elvira say? She said what? She has gone
to
Las Vegas
before.
She has gone to Las Vegas before. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Now, I'm going to jump back to the book and look at the last lesson that we had about present perfect. Let me see. Oops, I got to share the book with you here. Let me share the book. And ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Okay. What happened to the book? Oh, it's way down here. Okay, here we go. All right, so this was ever, never, before, right? So far we've got 6 keywords. We have how long, for, since, ever, never, before, right? And now with Miss Aguirre last week, you learned one more, actually 2 more words. We have page 46. Right? Page 46, we have 2 more keywords with present perfect. This is page 46 in your green book. The 2 keywords, recently and lately. Recently and lately. El mismo, the same, right? If I say recently or lately, it's the same. And again, when I use these 2 words, I'm not asking about your whole life anymore. I'm asking about, the last few weeks. The last few weeks or the last few months, right? So for example, I could say, we haven't gone to school recently, right? We have in our life, but recently we haven't gone to school, right? We haven't gone to school recently. So you look at the questions here. Have you gained weight recently? Guilty. Has Sheila gone to the gym late? Well, nobody can go to the gym now, right?
No.
Have they seen the doctor recently? Notice where's the position of recently? The ultima, right? The last word. The last word. Okay, so far so good? Recently and lately. Recently and lately. Okay, so we're going to practice this one, but we're going to do it in a little bit different way. All right, and then we're going to look at the new one for today. All right, so let me stop the share here for a second. There we go, we're all back. Okay, now, I'm going to put you in a little group, and I want you to ask some questions to your partners. But here's, yes, question?
I have the problem on the internet. What page did you say?
The page of the book?
Yes.
What page was it, students? 46? 46. Page 40. 46 in the book.
I was in the wrong page.
The one that said recently, lately.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was from chapter 4.
All right.
Have you found it?
Yes.
Recently and lately? Right. So I'm gonna share the board here for a second, and I want you to copy down this question, okay? All right, let me erase what we have here. We're going to ask our partners this question. Have you recently? And if the person says, yes, I have, person B, you're going to say, when? Or if the person says, no, I haven't, you're going to say, why not? Okay, so we're going to have a little conversation about different kinds of actions. You're going to use your imagination to think of the actions. For example, I might say, have you done your laundry recently? Yes, I have. When? I did my laundry last Saturday. Or maybe you will say, have you gone to a wedding recently? No, I haven't. Why not? Because I haven't gotten an invitation. Right? So if the answer is yes, you're going to ask the person when. If the answer is no, you're going to ask why not. So have you eaten at a restaurant recently? No, I haven't.
No, I haven't.
Why not? Because the restaurants are closed, right? Have you taken a walk recently? Yes, I have. When? I took a walk yesterday. See the difference?
Yes.
So if the person says, yes, I have, you're going to say, when? If the person says, no, I haven't, you're going to say, why not? And then have a little conversation, okay? All right, does everybody have the questions copied down?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to put you in some little groups, okay? You ready for some little groups today?
Yes.
Okay, groups of 3 and 4 people, okay? I want you to ask, let's see, I want you to ask each partner a question, right? So if you have 3 partners, you're going to ask a question for all 3 of your partners. So you're going to ask 1, 2, 3, and then the next person is going to say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But remember, it's also important the second question. The second question is going to be when or why not.
Why not?
All right, let's
All right.
let's practice a little bit. Let me see. Patricia. Patricia, are you there?
Yes.
Can you ask me a question and we'll do an example, okay?
Okay. Have you class this week?
But recently, we want to use recently.
Yes. Have you class?
Have I had a class recently?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have. What's the second question? If I say yes, when, right? I had a class right now. Okay. Let me ask Maria Gasca a question. Maria Gasca,
Yes.
have you gone to the gym recently?
No, I haven't,
Why not?
because this is closed for the quarantine.
The gym is closed for the quarantine. Very good. Very good. All right, everybody get the idea?
Yes.
Yes.
So if somebody says, yes, I have, you say
Yes,
when.
I have.
If somebody says, no, I haven't, you say, why not? Okay?
Okay.
Everybody got the idea?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put you in your little rooms and we're going to practice for, maybe 10 minutes. And then we're going to come back and look at the last thing for today. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. See you later. You're
See you
going to your room now. Bye-bye. Elvira, are you there?
I had a problem with my internet. I
All right,
don't know.
let me try this. Do you see a button that says join? You see a button? No? Are you there? Uh-oh. Oh, there she goes. Okay. Hello, ladies. So recently and lately, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just going to listen, okay? So remember, if the person says, yes, I have, you say, when? If the person says, no, I haven't, you say, why not?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, can I start?
Sure.
Yeah, you can start it.
Irene,
Yes.
you lost weight recently?
Oh, that's a terrible question. No, I haven't. I don't know. Maybe Irene has. Not me.
Maybe I get weight.
No, I haven't.
No.
Why not?
Yeah. Come on, explanation. We need an explanation.
Because I don't know.
Too many snacks, right?
Because I eat a lot.
The gym is closed and there's I've just been eating food. Yes, I understand. All right, Irene, why don't you ask a question?
Tina?
Yes.
Have you gone to Mexico recently?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Because I can't. I need to have my passport and I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have your passport. Okay, there we go. It's impossible, right?
Yeah.
Impossible. If I go over there, I can stay there forever.
Yeah, you'll be stuck. We don't need that. We don't need that. All right, ask another question, Sarah.
Okay. Cristina,
Yes.
have you run recently?
No, I haven't run recently.
Why? Why not?
Because I have headache.
Okay. All right, that's a good one. Oh, headache. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
She used to run. Okay.
Too busy, huh? Okay.
Too busy with the headache.
Okay. Who's on my team?
Maria.
Okay. Maria. Have you celebrate your birthday in a park?
No, I haven't.
No.
Have you celebrated a birthday recently? Okay.
In a park?
In the park?
Why not?
Because my birthday is on Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
It's
All right.
cold in the park.
All right. Keep practicing, ladies. I'm going to go to the other room. Okay.
I have a question.
What's the question? Go ahead.
Have you missed your classes at the school?
Yes, I've missed them very much. I have missed them very much. I don't mind this online teaching, but it's better to go to the classroom.
Yes.
It's better in the classroom. There's more. I have more flexibility in the classroom.
It's true.
When we're online, there's only certain things we can do and certain things like we can't like walk around the room and we can't do a game or activities like that. So it's harder to do that kind of stuff when you're online. Anyway, I'm going to go to the other room and see how it's going. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
See you.
Elvira.
Hello, everybody.
Yes. Hello.
I'm Mr. Webb.
Yes,
Elvira, have you watched news recently?
Have you watched the news recently? That's a good question.
Yes, I have.
When?
Before the class.
Before class. Okay, very good.
Okay. Next.
All right, next question.
Jessica, have you visited your family recently?
Good question. Good question. Have you visited your family recently?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Because I can fly.
Oh, you can't fly right now. That's right. No,
Okay.
I don't want. I don't want to fly right now. Maybe next summer I fly. This summer I will drive for my vacation.
But Patty, has you gone to the park lately?
That's good. Have you gone to the park lately?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Why not?
Because the quarantine.
Because of the quarantine. You want to be safe. Very good. Very good.
Elvira.
Yes.
Has you eaten recently?
I hope so.
Yes, I have.
When?
Before the class.
Before the class. You were watching the news and eating.
oh, yes. Berta.
Yes.
Had you gone to the doctor recently?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
Because I don't have a appointment.
No appointment. Okay. Very good. All right. You guys are doing great. Keep practicing and I'll bring you back into the room in a second. Okay.
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 All right. Bye.
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 Elvira.
So let's talk about already and not yet a little bit. I'm going to share the board for just a second. I'm going to share the board for just a second. And I'm going to turn off the microphones for just a second so I can explain this. So you can have some peace and quiet while I explain. And then we're going to practice again together. All right. So can everybody still hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs up. Okay, good. All right. So let's talk a little bit about it. Two words we're going to learn today from chapter 5, already and yet. We always use already and yet for recent actions. For example, today, or this week, or this month, or this year, right? Recent times. And if we have a little timeline here, and this is going to be a little tricky here. I'll see if I can do this. Let me see here. I got to push the button here. And then I'm going to make a little timeline here. So when you have today, this week, this month, this year, and then right here we have now. Oops. There we go. Okay, here's my little timeline. Right? Now is right in the middle. So everything over here, of course, is past. And everything over here is going to be future, right? So everything on this side, I'm going to use the word already, right? everything over on this side of now, I'm going to say not yet. So, for example, today it is right now 11:48 a.m. on Wednesday morning, right? There are some things I have already done today. And there are other things I haven't done yet, but I'm going to do later. For example, easy example, I have already eaten breakfast today, but I haven't eaten lunch yet. Present perfect, right? Let me write that down. I have already eaten breakfast today, but I haven't eaten lunch yet. Or, for example, what about this semester? We have already studied Unit 2 this semester, but we haven't studied Unit 7 yet. Let me move that over here a little bit. Right? So everything that's finished, I say I have already done it. I have already eaten breakfast today. We have already studied Unit 2 this semester. But everything that's in the future, we say not yet. I haven't eaten lunch yet. I will eat lunch after class, but I haven't eaten lunch yet. We haven't studied Chapter 7 yet. We will study Chapter 7 probably next week, but we haven't studied Chapter 7 yet. My daughter has graduated from high school. She has already graduated from high school. I forgot my already. Let me put that in there. Already. My daughter has already graduated from high school, but she hasn't graduated from college yet. My daughter is a college student. She goes to UCLA. She's a university student right now. She has already graduated from high school. She did that in 2016. But she hasn't graduated from college yet. This is her last year, her senior year. She hasn't graduated yet. She will, but she hasn't yet. She has a few more weeks of school before she can graduate. I don't know if they're going to have a ceremony, but she hasn't graduated yet. Right? Let me give you one last example. I've already paid the rent this month, but I haven't paid the telephone bill yet. I'm going to pay the telephone bill, but my telephone bill isn't due until the 27th, right? My rent is due on the 1st. I have to pay my rent the 1st of May. I paid it. It's already done. I have already paid the rent for this month. But my telephone bill is not due for one more week. So I haven't paid the telephone bill yet, right? My rent is due on the 1st, so I have already paid that. My telephone bill is due on the 27th, so I haven't paid my telephone bill yet. Already, finished. Not yet, coming later, right? Whenever you say not yet, it means you're going to do it, but you haven't done it yet. You haven't done it yet. Already, not yet. Already, not yet. Present perfect for already, affirmative. Present perfect for yet, negative. And so for affirmative, we use already. For negative, we use not yet. And for questions, both are okay. I can say, have you already? And I can say, have you yet? So for example, I can say, have you already eaten breakfast? Or have you eaten breakfast yet? They're both okay in a question. Usually we say yet in a question, usually, but not 100%. Sometimes we say already in a question. Affirmative, always already. Negative, always not yet. And question, los dos. Okay, I see some people still writing, so I'll be quiet for a second and let you write all those examples down. And then we'll look at the book, and then we'll be done for today. A little review of present perfect today. So far we have 10 keywords of present perfect. Ever, never, before, how long, for, since, already, and not yet. 10 words. Oh, recently and lately. That's 10. So one of the key things we have to do in level 3 is memorize those 10 words and know that those 10 words need present perfect. Does everybody have everything written down?
Yes.
No, miss.
Yes.
Not yet? Wait.
Not yet. Not yet.
All right. Well, while we're waiting, I'm going to ask you some questions. So today is Wednesday, right?
Yes.
It's the middle of the week, right? That's what
Yes.
we call it, hump day, the middle of the week. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday finished, and we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday to go, right? Exactly the middle of the week. So probably there are some things you have already done this week and other things you haven't done yet this week. So I want you to think only about this week, and I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? And while you're writing these down, okay? I'm going to ask you a few questions. All right, let me start with Maria Gasalazo.
Yes.
Maria, have you done your laundry yet this week? Have you done your laundry yet this week?
Yes, I have it.
Yes, I have, right? Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
So class, what did she say? What did she say? She has already done her laundry this week.
This week.
All right. Sarah.
Yes.
Have you gone to the market this week?
No, I haven't.
Not yet. Not yet. Maybe
Not
later.
yet.
Maybe
Not
later.
yet.
But not yet. All right. So class, has Sarah gone to the market yet?
No.
What did she say? She hasn't gone to the market yet. She hasn't gone to the market yet. All right. Christina.
Yes.
Have you cooked dinner for your family yet this week?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. Okay, a few times, I suppose. All right. So what did Christina say? She has already cooked dinner for her family. Right. She has already cooked dinner for her family this week. All right. Let's see. Elvira. Elvira, are you there? I don't hear Elvira.
Yes.
Oh, Elvira?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, Elvira. Have you
Yes.
have you drunk coffee this week?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Yes,
Okay.
I have. I drink coffee this morning.
Okay, you drank coffee this morning. Okay, so class, has Elvira drunk coffee this week? What can we say?
Yes.
She has already drunk coffee this week.
Morning.
She has already drunk coffee this morning. Good. Let's see, Berta.
Yes.
Have you watched television today? Have you watched
No.
television today?
No, I haven't.
Not yet. Maybe later, but not yet, right? So what can we say about Berta? She hasn't watched television yet today. She hasn't watched TV yet today. Okay. Let's see. Irene. Irene, let's see. Have you used your cell phone today?
Yes, I have used my cell phone today.
Okay, so class, what did she say? She has already used her cell phone.
The phone yet.
But let's see, Maria Gasca.
Yes.
Have you spoken to your family this week?
No yet.
Not yet, maybe later.
Not yet.
I always call my mom on Sunday.
Yes.
But so what did she say?
She
hasn't
spoken
with
to
her family
family this week.
This
week. She hasn't spoken to her family yet this week. Okay. All right. Let me see. How about Jessica?
Yes.
Jessica, have you, let's see, have you used your computer today?
No, I haven't.
Not yet, huh? All right, so what did Jessica say? She hasn't used a computer yet. Very good, very good. All right, does everybody have all this copied down?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, good. All right, so let me go back to the book here and let's do one practice before we stop the lesson. All right, so everybody go back to your book and we're gonna go to page, we're gonna go to unit 5, here it is, unit 5, page 62. Yes, that's right, page 62. All right, can everybody see it?
Yes.
62. So what did we decide? If we have affirmative, we say already. If we have negative, we say not yet. Already, affirmative, not yet, negative. Okay? So down here at the bottom, we have some practice. Some of these are affirmative, some of these are negative. And we have to use either already or not yet. I think we can do this. Everybody ready for some practice?
Yes.
So this is the bottom of page 62 in your book. Everybody has it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Or you can see the screen here. The first one says, it is 11 p.m. The salsa concert has already ended. Right? has already ended. Present perfect for already. All right, what about number 2? Number 2 says it's 8 o'clock. The Science Museum opens at 9. So what can we say? It hasn't
opened
yet.
I opened,
Right?
sorry.
It's going to open, but it hasn't opened yet.
Yet.
And we need that ED, right? We need that ED, right? So it hasn't opened yet. Hasn't opened yet. All right. The next one says, it is July 5th. July 5th. So the Labor Day, Independence Day parade is over, finished, done. So what can we say? The Independence Day parade has already finished. The Independence Day parade has already finished. It finished the day before, right? Number 4. It's the beginning of August. The school begins in September. So what can we say? The school activities haven't begun yet. Perfect. Haven't begun yet. All right, let's look at number 5. It's 2 a.m. The dance club stays open until 3. Oh my goodness, that's too late. All right, so what can we say about this dance club?
It hasn't closed
yet. It hasn't closed yet. It's still open. It's still open. It hasn't closed yet. All right. Number 6, it says, it is Friday evening. The weekend
Has already
started. The weekend has already started. All right, good. Next one says, it is 7:45. The movie starts at 8. So no problem, right?
No.
So what can we say? We haven't
missed
the movie
yet.
We haven't missed the movie yet. Right? We still have 15 minutes to get there. We haven't missed it. All right, good. Now the next one says it is Monday, and I have already
bought tickets for the next
Sunday's game. Excellent, excellent. I have already bought the tickets. I have already bought the tickets. Fantastic. All right. Now the next one is a question. So it's Sunday night.
Have you already
done the homework yet?
Have you done the homework yet? Right. Now I could say, have you already done the homework? That's okay. But usually when I have you question, I use yet. Have you done the homework yet? Have you done the homework yet? All right. All right. How about the next one? There's a new Japanese restaurant in town. Here's another have you question.
Have you eaten
there
yet? Have you eaten there yet? Remember, yet is more popular in questions. Already is okay, but yet is more popular. All right, number 11. It's 8:30 a.m. The children are gone. They're not here anymore. So what do we say?
Have already
left for school. Fantastic. Fantastic. They have already left for school. You guys are doing great. All right. And number 12. There's a new art exhibit at the museum.
Have you seen it yet?
Have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? Or you could say, have you already seen it? All right. No problem?
No problem.
All right. Let's do one last thing before we end the lesson. And that is, I want you to listen to these and think about when we're using already and when we're using not yet. Okay, hold on. Let me find the button here. Where's my button? Okay, share the sound. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. All right. So, everybody ready?
Yes.
So I'm gonna turn off the microphones and we're gonna just listen. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll listen and then we'll wrap up the lesson. Here we go.
Page 62, Exercise 2A. 1,
It's 11 p.m. The salsa concert has already ended.
2,
It's 8 a.m. The Science Museum opens at 9. It hasn't opened yet.
3,
It's July 5th. The Independence Day Parade has already finished.
4,
It's the beginning of August. School begins in September. School activities haven't begun yet.
5,
It's 2 a.m. The dance club stays open until 3. It hasn't closed yet.
6,
It's Friday evening. The weekend has already started.
7,
It's 7:45 p.m. The movie starts at 8. We haven't missed the movie yet.
8,
It's Monday. I've already bought tickets for next Sunday's soccer game.
9,
It's Sunday night. Have you done the homework yet?
10,
There's a new Japanese restaurant down the street. Have you eaten there yet?
11,
It's 8:30 a.m. The children have already left for school.
12,
There's a new art exhibit at the museum. Have you seen it yet?
There we go. All right, let me turn everybody's microphone back on. So when we have today, this week, this month, this year, everything before now, I say what? I have already done it. Everything that I'm going to do later, I say what? I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it, but I haven't done it yet, right? All the things in the past, I have already done those things. All the things in the future, I haven't done yet, right? So for example, I have already visited San Francisco in the past. I haven't visited Portland, Oregon yet. I would like to visit. I'm going to someday, but I haven't visited Portland yet, right? So everything in the past, have already. Everything in the future, I haven't yet. And right now is the dividing line. Everything before now, I have already. Everything after now, I haven't yet. No problem?
No problem.
No problem.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna send you a message for some homework for the weekend. And then on Monday, we're gonna start a new chapter. We're gonna look at, I don't remember what's in the next chapter, but I think it's gonna be, gerunds subjects. So we're still gonna talk about gerunds next week, but I think we're gonna talk about gerunds in the subject position. Okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Webb?
You guys
Mr.
are
Webb,
awesome. Questions?
Mr. Webb,
Yes.
it's
What happened?
Memorial Day on Monday. We're gonna have class.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I forgot. You forgot. I forgot. It's a
Memorial Day.
holiday. I'm gonna have a barbecue party. I gotta get the carne asada out there. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna see you.
Mr. Webb.
What?
Can I say something to Christina?
Of course.
Okay. The movie is the boy in the straw pajama.
Oh, yeah,
In
that's a
Netflix.
good movie.
Yeah.
The boy?
Good. The boy in the straw pajama.
The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. It's about World War II. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the story?
Yeah, but kind of sad, right?
Yes.
Striped pajamas.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, there you go. The movie reference, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Okay. All right, very good. So,
I know. I see this movie.
So for sure, I'm going to give you some practice to do online this weekend, okay? Because we don't have a class on Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so we'll start a new chapter on Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. So I'll give you a lot of good practice for the weekend. So since I'm not going to see you for a whole week, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's have party. I'll take my computer to the backyard, and while I'm cooking the hot dogs, we can have our lesson. No? No, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. So enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your weekend. And thank you to anybody in any of your families who was in the military. And especially remember the people who were in the war and lost their life. That's what Memorial Day is all about, right? Remembering the people we lost in the war. And we're losing people right now. So say a prayer for them on Memorial Day too. Okay, no problems.
Okay. No problem.
All right, gracias a todos. You guys are fantastic. Keep it going. 3 more weeks to go, right? 3 more weeks. We can do it. Sí, se puede. Sí, se puede. All right. All right. Good. See you later, everybody. You did great today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You did fantastic. You guys are great. Bye-bye.
Enjoy
Okay,
your week
bye.
too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.